Woodrow to talk to you about how to dismantle the Polaris Quattro. Very simple, it's all modular. It's just undoing screws. Once you've got the canister out, there's 4 screws to undo, which are 2 at the back here and 2 in the handle here. So we'll undo those. Once you undo those 4 screws, then the whole top comes off. Just like that. And that exposes all the workings. Now everything in these units are modular. Or when I call modular, you've got the reversing mechanism here, you've got the gearbox here, which is the drive system, and then you've got the drive system axle across the middle here. That's all one piece. That's one piece, all up to here, and then this piece here. And the only other 2 are the drivers on the side here. And to undo them, it's just undoing screws. So this side's held in by 4. So now it's just a case of undoing screws. Now, before you undo all of this, you want to take the wheels off. It just makes it a lot easier. Now, taking the wheels off is just a Phillips head screwdriver. And the wheels will just pop off. Alrighty, once we've got the wheels off, we can take the gearbox out. Screws, that's one module. This one has 5 screws. The gearbox. The next part is this idler. That's it there. And that's basically all the workings bar the scrubbers at the front here. Now they're held in by just 2 screws, which are here and in there. Just pull out to the side. There is a spacer on these gears, but when you get a new one, it comes with the spacers, so everything's there for you. The only tricky bit with these is it comes with this scoop, which is this piece along here. So it sticks in there. There's bearings in the end. Undo the wheel. And that allows you to take the scrubber off. After you undo the other screws, all right? And that takes that out. It's keyed in by a square. And that's another module that you can get. There is left and right. If you get caught out and you have 2 rights, you can pull these units apart and take the gears out and transfer them over to the other side and still use them. They're interchangeable that way, it's just the bodies that are different. And that's basically it. The rest of it is just the two scrubbers underneath. Now to take those off, they've got an arrow here and there's an arrow on the body, which is just there, and you line them up, and that allows you to put the screwdriver through the hole here, undo the screw, and that'll just pull out. And that's basically how to pull them apart. The major thing that you get with these is grit and just debris in the bearings, and it jams all the bearings up. A lot of the time you can just pull them apart, strip them everything down, clean the bearings up, put them all back together and it works fine. But after a lot of hours, the actual gears, gear teeth and everything start to wear out. Like these gears, these one at the end here, they've updated both of these gears on both these units to aluminium, so they wear a lot better. I'm finding that these wheels are starting to wear out a bit too fast. But really, most of the time it's just a case of pulling them apart, giving them a good clean, putting them back together and everything works. Now we've got it all apart, we've cleaned it all up or replaced the parts that need replacing, it's time to put it all back together. More screws. So, basically it's really just doing exactly the same but in reverse. The only tricky thing is these pieces here, so this flat edge has got to be at the top. So as you put it in, you've got to key it in to the side here, and it just, all right, so it's all lined up. The only tricky parts are these bits at the end here. They've got to key over the body, but that's all right. And then it's just a case of doing up the screws. This part here is just like a separator between the gearbox and the other parts. That can just fall off. Just got to make sure you put that back on, because otherwise it'll be a gap there. The gearbox, the screws on these are actually semi-captivated, so they don't fall out very easily. But just be careful, because they can get into some positions where they fall out. That's all in there nicely. Reverse drive, just sit there. And then 4 million screws. Alright, so that's all going nicely. Now, just to put the scrubbers back on, you can see that you can see this part here, that's the mounting screw for it. It just goes into the slot here, so like that. Line up those screw hole, the arrows again. Now, when you're putting on these parts, don't forget that space. And that little angled piece. Now, the other end of that has got to go into that triangle there. Just like that. So that's basically all the mechanics put back, and it's just a case of putting the wheels back on. Don't forget that space. There's no front and back wheels, left or right or anything like that. They're all the same, so it doesn't matter which order you put them on. All right, last wheel to go on is on the side of the scrubber there. Very easy. And that's all the mechanics back in the machine. And it's just a case of getting the body, which is doing up those 4 screws. Finished. All up and going. Thank you.